大家好，我是康云. Hello everyone, I'm Kang Yun, and welcome back to Chang'e's journey through Boletaria. In the last episode, we made our way through the first section of the inner city, the inner ward, where the knights reside in Boletaria. We also took out the Black Phantom Miralda in the first part, and the Red Dragon, which was... we actually made short work of that guy once we were able to get a hit on him. We're in a bit of a sticky situation against that red-eyed knight. I'm not using the Thief's Ring. The Thief's Ring would make a lot of this quite a bit easier because those crossbowmen would not be sniping me so much. But that red-eyed knight out of the way, we want to now take out this guy. And it's odd that he came over here and he actually startled me, because he doesn't usually come over here, but this fat official drops the Iron Ring of Keys, which is an important item, and if you don't pick that drop up and you die, it should still be on his corpse where he spawns over here by these crossbowmen, and that assassin spawns over here, and he somehow saw me and was coming after me as well, which was a bit surprising. I don't remember these enemies aggroing quite so easily in the original, but I might be mistaken. I don't know. And there's another assassin. That was really bad to be backed in a corner fighting him. Yeah, he threw a knife at me, and you can see just how much harder this area becomes. I dropped a secret dagger without the Thief's Ring. Oh. And of course we get greeted with a bolt. But all these enemies drop grass, and if we look down below, that's where we started. And that's the area by the Dragling Merchant in through there. Now I'm curious though. Yeah, they're not there, but coming up ahead we'll encounter a situation where there will be enemies that drop down from up there. It's not easy to notice, but they're not there, so they must spawn in once you get past a certain point. I love the detail on the waving flags. Very cool. He dropped a spiked shield. I don't even remember that those guys could drop those. Yeah, these soldiers can all drop various weapons and I guess shields. So if you couldn't tell, that's a trap. Just run up and drop off the ledge. Take out this halberdier. And then up ahead, patrolling this corridor or this way is a red-eyed knight, another claymore user. The claymore ones have less HP, but they hit much harder. Some new moon grass, always nice. And there are some more crossbowmen up here. And we'll take out. Oh, we will not. I need to send those back or just discard them. Yeah. Let's just dispose of those. We don't need those things. Okay. Now up ahead here, when you go through this corridor, you're gonna get a nasty ambush that only occurs in pure black. And you want to get away as fast as possible. There are 2 black phantom fat officials that spawn there. And pretty much every attack they do will one-shot you if you have as much HP as I do. We'd like them to get a little bit closer. The second one lost aggro to us, which is good. Ooh, yeah, our magic is strong enough that we can take him out in 3 hits with if we have homing soul arrow and crisp blade and monk's head wrapping and magical sharpness ring. But they did one-shot me with that attack, as I said. And we'll recast. Second chance. Oh, we don't have enough MP. And dealing with those guys in melee, I guess I'll try to show it. You can melee them, but it's... And these guys, more than their the ones with the riding crop and Stonefang, they tend to melee you more with their axe. And that leaves them pretty open to backstabs. That's one of the best ways to deal with them, is backstabs. And I'll try to showcase here the Mercury Rapier. Whew. And you see he's... I do believe he's both poisoned and bleeding, yes, because he's losing quite a lot of HP. Yep. And there he goes. And he dropped a gold coin, and that is wonderful, because that means I can trade that to the crow for the ring. the last ring that is needed. The gold coin is a new item added to the game, and it's used to trade to... Well, you use it and you get some luck. There was a weird glitch where it would give you so much luck. Yeah, and if you walk away, this game in the remake, it, like, when you're not facing something, it, to allow you to load in so many more aspects, the stuff that you're not looking at, I do believe despawns, so then when you come back to see it, because enemies that disappear when they die are actually still there, when you come back here, you'll actually see the black phantoms that you killed. But you can actually interact with them, which is kind of weird. But yeah, that if you have a Mercury spiral rapier, you saw how quickly his health went down because we both poisoned and bled him because they're susceptible to both. That's another good way to deal with those guys if you don't want to melee them and if you don't have range. And there is the Primeval Demon, and it's guarded by 2 crossbowmen, which we want to take out. There we go, and now because we killed that red dragon, we should be in pure white. Because the red dragon counts as a boss. A mini, I guess it's sort of a mini boss, it's an optional boss, we'll say. But that's the Primeval Demon, and now we have 2 colorless demon souls because we picked up the one that was guarded by Miralda. Yeah. I haven't used this rapier. Yeah, it poisons them pretty quickly. I think 2 hits. Yeah, we're getting so much grass here. We're already overburdened. Let's see if we can. It's not that much. Oh, we don't need this. We don't need that spiked shield. Or these gauntlets. Send that back too. Okay. I guess I can demonstrate it on this guy as well. Yeah.
Soulscarred fiends are after me. In the name of all that is sacred, open this gate. Oh, Lord, hurry.
He's bleeding now. And now he's poisoned. And Ostrava is down there being attacked by knights, and you don't want him to die. So you want to get them off of him as fast as possible. Because especially in pure black, they can kill him very easily. As I think you saw him taking a lot of damage there. Okay. And there's just 2 red-eyed knights and a soldier that are attacking him. And yeah, we poisoned and bled this guy, so he died. And then he dropped the official's hat, which we got the gloves, the trousers, and the coat from the 3 other officials in Stonefang. In the original game, you only got the hat, but they added the other gear to the officials in Stonefang in the remake. And then Ostrava goes and hides here in the corner like the coward he is. And if you don't pull aggro to those enemies, they will follow him up here and just like gank him in the corner. So you want to be real careful.
You saved my life. This is the third time. I am truly indebted to you. This is all I have. But please accept it. Now I must go. My father, the king, awaits me.
And he gives you a pure clear stone. And he'll just patrol.
My father, the king, awaits me.
He'll just patrol this area over here, which we've already killed the enemies that he'll patrol near, so we don't have to worry about that too much. And there's another gauntlet of enemies up ahead here. Oops. I kind of don't like that it remembers what you last input there, because there's several times where I've sent items back to storage because I was sending something to storage before, and then I'm wanting to use it and suddenly I just send it to storage, so you gotta be careful about that. Okay, and there's a bunch of soldiers here, 2 crossbowmen, which are a real pain, as they always are. There we go. But with some good free aiming, you can take them out. And you want to be very cautious here, because these knights, if all of them aggro at you at once, they all 3 have spears, and they are very dangerous. And there's still some more soldiers. Let's see if we can't get one of them. Are they too far away, or maybe not? If you get close enough, you trigger a cutscene. Here we go. And that one saw me. That's good that only one of them saw me, though. And if you have the homing soul mass, that's the time to use it, because you want to take these guys out as fast as possible. And he heals. Okay, there we go. All right, now we get this beautiful scene of the castle. I would suppose is what this is, the gate to the inner castle that leads up to the King's Tower. That's just beyond, between those 2 mountains. But while we could go fight the boss right now, if you remember that door that's outside the Tower Knight boss room, that ring of keys we got from that fat official will open that door. So we want to use those keys on that door, because there's somebody else in there. There's another NPC we can we can get, and not that we necessarily need. But it's always fun to do so. Oh. I do want to actually quickly, while I'm here, I want to point something out that I missed because I was fighting those Black Phantom officials. But when you can come back up here. I missed the soul item over there. I'll go grab that quick. Oh, and in pure white, in fractured mode, this barrel is a coin, a ceramic coin. This barrel, when you break it, will drop a ceramic coin. I'll hopefully do all those ceramic coin things in another episode, or in a episode. Now you can scale over these walls, and I think it's right here. If you run over this wall, you'll jump down and you get this item. This is the penetrating sword. It's a unique long sword. It upgrades with colorless demon souls, but it has the same moveset as all the other swords do. And the name is贯穿剑, which is the same, has the same meaning, to penetrate. It's a dexterity focused sword. It requires 22 strength to one hand. It has the same moveset as all the other straight swords, but it has just a lot. It's just the longest of them, and it has an extra amount of damage on that thrust attack. It's P. Peterson's favorite sword. Is if you've watched him, he's a well-known Souls player, streamer. I've been a fan of him for a while. He's pretty popular in the PvP community. He likes to PvP a lot. But yeah, if we come back here go through the Tower Knight's boss room, and this iron ring of keys. It says they all look different. It opens this door here, which will allow us to come down here. And there's some cells here that we can open. It's a prison, and there's a cell here. We can talk to this guy.
Have I been freed? That's it. That vile slob! I shall tear him limb from limb!
And there's a fat official down here. Who Biorr will go and attack. And Biorr is wearing that brushwood armor that I got in the last episode. He's just shooting him with his crossbows. Yeah, he pummels him. And this guy drops the bloodied iron key. And yeah, he's wearing that armor, and you saw he took like 6 damage from that fire. I mean, I'm not certain what his like NPC's level is, but he has an insane amount of fire defense.
Who are you? You're the one who saved me. I'm called Biorr, one of the twin fangs of Boletaria. I thank you. You deserve a handsome reward. Only I have none. I'm going to sleep. Go on ahead.
Yeah, Biorr is one of the twin fangs that we learned about at the beginning of the game, and he's got the great sword and the heavy crossbow. And I'm assuming he has the brushwood shield that goes with that armor, but he never... I don't know if I've ever seen him take it out. He always has that crossbow. And we just get another soul in this cell. And he'll just go to sleep here. Just goes to sleep. But yeah, he's a fan favorite, and obviously an inspiration for another NPC that they made in Dark Souls that I'm sure you're familiar with if you've played it. And over here is a crystal lizard. Drops some sharpstone for us, and then we see, and we didn't see it because I forgot to go, but we can't get across there. But there's that, like, I don't know, whatever that is, that bench. The Draggling Merchant is sitting on that bench when you come here for the first time, and you can see this item through this gate behind him, and you can't really see how to get, you don't know how to get through there. But that item is showing that you can get over there, and this item is the tower shield. Tadon, it's a giant shield. I'll show it. I'll show it maybe later when I go back. It has the highest ability of any shield in the game when you upgrade it fully. It's quite heavy. What does it weigh? 30 units. But that's all that's down here, is to free Biorr and kill the official for the bloodied iron key and the tower's shield, which is the Tower Knight's shield, basically. But with that bloodied iron key, we can actually open another door that that I didn't actually show in the last episode when I came through here. But when you come through here, you can see there's an alleyway over here, and this door will only open with that key. And you get a Stone of Ephemeral Eyes, but that's not all that's here, and in fact, this is the secret door. There's an illusory wall, and this is the door that you need 26 ceramic coins to open. Well, the 26 ceramic coins you trade to Sparkly for the key for that door. But if you come down this way, and that obviously was added in the remake, that wasn't in the original, that secret door. If you come down this way, though, you open another gate with that key, and you come to this tower. But I guess I can show this. Now that we're here. There's some flagons of what might be whiskey or beer. Not sure. Come up these stairs, and I believe if you drop here, you can get a renowned hero soul, and you come up here, and you get the Accursed ring. And the Ring of Magical Nature. The Ring of Magical Nature perhaps will be useful to us at some certain points, because this, like the Devout Prayer Ring, the Devout Prayer Ring gives you an extra miracle slot. This ring gives you an extra magic or spell slot. The Cursed Ring is unique. It's not a ring that you really want to wear unless maybe you're co-oping with friends, or you want to draw enemies away from the host or your friend that you're co-oping with, because when you equip this, it attracts enemies to you. I don't know how well it functions, because this sort of ring exists, I believe, in all the games, but sometimes the enemies didn't seem to really react to it. Yeah, in Chinese it's called 被诅咒戒指, which just means, yeah, cursed ring, or a ring that's been cursed. The first character, Bei, is like a passive indicator. And this is 魔法天性戒指, 戒指 being ring. The last two characters are the word ring. Magical nature ring. Yeah. So that's what you get here, but that's not all that's here. And in fact, we can see there's an enemy up there. There's a fat official, and there's this gate, or this stairwell, and there is an NPC up there. In the original game, if you put on this goofy hat, the official's hat, if you put this hat on, he would think you were one of him and he would drop the stairs. But in the remake, they made it so you had to be wearing the entire set of the official's garb, which I do not have on my person, so we can't actually free her just yet. But that's okay, because there's something I wanted to show. We're pretty close to the archstone. We don't need to use an archstone shard. We go this way. And we will go back to the Nexus to get those officials' clothes. And because we freed Biorr, we can talk to him here.
Our great king was a magnanimous leader. He was stolid, spirited, caring of his subjects. He fought valiantly against the vile and depraved. The seditious claims that our Lord brought this scourge upon us, they could only be fabrications woven by jealous conspirators. That must be it. It must be.
Yeah, so Biorr is clearly has unwavering loyalty to the king, and he does not buy into that. The idea that the king has brought this upon the land, and that they're bringing, it's conspirators trying to bring a bad name to the king's name, though, as we do know, or will soon find out, that is indeed the case, that it was the king's fault.
I heard an odd piece of news from a merchant Dragling. He claims that the son of the king, Ariona, has come to Boletaria alone. Ariona is a wise and kind soul, almost too kind. He would not be safe in this accursed land without protection. If you find Ariona, do look after him, and tell him to return to the Nexus immediately, and that Biorr of the Twin Fangs will look after His Highness.
Now that's a unique dialogue that I don't know what exactly is the trigger for getting that, because I haven't gotten that before in the remake, but that's Ariona right there, right behind us. That's Ostrava. That's the name he gives us, but that's the name he's using to conceal his true identity. His real name is Ariona. And as Biorr said, he's a pampered knight, and he, you know, he needs looking after, and that he'll protect him. I think that's really cool that we got that dialogue here. I was not expecting that, but yeah, he heard that from that Dragling merchant, I guess, is where he got that bit of information. But that's where we learn Ostrava's true name, Ariona, and I had actually forgotten it, but I knew that wasn't his name.
My brother-in-arms, Valifax of the Twin Fangs, was a brave and mighty knight. And like myself, he was the master of more than the sword. Valifax's mind was sharper than most scholars. Dark times are befallen us. If our lord, with the esteemed help of Valifax, could not prevent it, then no one could have. Surely you've seen the lone stone tower that sprouts forth from the outer wall of Castle Boletaria? According to that spineless warden, a young sorceress is held prisoner there, but she is subject to untold acts in the name of purification. Regrettably, I cannot find my way into that tower. How long will those vermin dishonor the king's good name?
Yeah, so he tells you right there about that tower we just were into and saw that NPC. Another thing that I wanted to mention is that he talks about Valifax, the other Twin Fangs, like basically the other right-hand man to the king. We don't actually meet Valifax in the game, but it's speculated that either the corpse at the bottom of Miralda's execution pit where we pick up the brushwood armor, or the corpse by the blue dragon's tail in the first part of Boletaria in the dragon nest that has the ring of great strength. Either one of those corpses may be Valifax's corpse, because the ring of great strength, I do believe the description on it says something that one was given to Biorr and one to Valifax, and the fact that that ring is found there is heavy evidence that it was Valifax that had died there, and that's where you got that ring. The brushwood armor being at the bottom of Miralda's pits, I don't know if there's any good lore explanation to that. It could be Valifax, but I feel like he may have been wearing another armor set. We're not really sure. I don't believe we ever get any indication as to what he looked like or anything like that. I believe that's all he will say now.
How long will those vermin dishonor the king's good name?
Yep. So that's Biorr's dialogue for now, and I don't think Ostrava will have anything new for us. And it's funny, he's right here.
Perhaps our age will see the rise of new heroes.
Yeah, he just
such as yourself.
He just says the same things. And we want to get the official's garb real quick.
I was worried sick.
Oh yeah, we have the hat.
We are indebted to you. For you fight on our behalf.
I can forge weapons. You come back alive.
We'll repair our gear. And now we'll see that Boletaria is pure white. Or is it? It's not pure white. It looks like it's just white. So that confirms that a boss is worth 2 and the dragons are worth 1. Because you see the sparkle effect coming off of Stonefang. But Boletaria does not have that sparkle effect, the particle effect. But it is glistening. So it's white but not pure white. So once we take out this boss, it will be in pure white. So we will, oh yeah, let's quickly cast our second chance. The enemies are going to be a lot less powerful. And we will get a small, we will get 10% attack boost because we're in white. We're in white tendency. Okay, just take out those dogs. And we'll go back through here. Yeah, I'm really glad we did get to talk to him and get that dialogue because I did forget Ostrava's real name, Ariona. I'm wondering if coming here and not actually freeing her triggers that. So we have to put... And they added that the character laughs. Let me make it now. He won't attack us because, well, he won't at first. He's not anything special though, I think, and he does respawn. The ones that drop the keys and the hat don't respawn. Yeah, we don't have our hat on. Now, if we keep the garb on...
What do you want with me? Have you brutes no mercy? Do as you wish. There are no secrets here. Only a tired, emaciated frame.
Yeah, if you keep the garb on, she'll give you that dialogue. But if you don't have the garb on...
Heavens, you came to save me. Thank you. No, I am fine. With a little rest, I can soon walk. You go on ahead. I do not wish to be a dead weight.
Yeah, and that is Yuria, the witch, and she will teach you more she teaches you mostly fire-based spells, but she has other ones. We won't be learning anything from her this time around. I don't know, I'm not planning on doing a New Game Plus part of this, but I may at some point in the future once I've learned all the spells, do some sort of like spell showcase. Just for the fun of it. Like a spell showcase video. And I can show off all the spells, like including the ones you learned from her, because I think there's only one or two spells I've not really used, and it's like the Demon's Prank. And protection. I used warding on the man-eaters, but it didn't really... showcase much of it. Ostrava will continue to... Yeah, see, he's up there. He will come over here. And patrol this area, so you'll just want to take out these soldiers here that are walking around.
My father, the king, awaits me.
Yeah, that's all he'll say. Well, your father's not that way, because the king's tower is up there. But he'll just patrol over here. We do have to go through this gauntlet again, but the enemies won't be quite as strong. They still can hit decently hard though. If you're not careful. Nice. I got all 3 of those guys with that soul ray. Wasn't watching my MP. Ooh, that was very risky. Yeah, if this was black though, if we were in black tendency, we'd be dead. Well, he would have broke our second chance. That attack hits multiple times. So now we can come up here and fight the boss. Remember this guy? That's not the boss. This guy's the boss.
Need some help?
The Penetrator Knight.
Ariona, good knights. Demonic colony shall be stopped for all.
Now, this boss isn't all that hard, but Biorr will help you with him. And he's usually pretty good at surviving. He's weak to poison too, as you see we poisoned him. But he has a special penetrating move that if he hits Biorr with it too many times, he can kill him, which he was coming very close to doing. Yeah, he came very close to killing Biorr there, which is why I went with the homing soul mass to take him out. But yeah, as you see, he's vulnerable to poison just like the Tower Knight. That's more useful in New Game Plus, especially if you're fighting him solo.
Fine work back there. Then again, how could a demon ever stand up to a bona fide knight? Now, you go on ahead. I must be getting older. I need some rest.
And that's Biorr. He goes to sleep. And for killing the Penetrator Knight, we get the silver. Oh, I guess I didn't show. This is the small flame scale dragon soul from the red dragon. It can't be made in anything. It's just consumed for, I think, like, I don't know, a few thousand souls. Or a few 10,000, like 10,000 or so. This is the silver demon soul. We'll be using this to learn a spell from Frake. And now that we have pure white here, I want to quickly go show. Hopefully we can do this pretty quickly, because killing the Penetrator gave us pure white. We are in body form, but that's okay. It's okay that we're in body form, because I do want to get her dialogue, because if you haven't guessed, we're going to go fight Executioner Miralda in body form. And just to verify, yep, it's pure white now. And we'll be able to hear her dialogue. She laughs.
You wretched traitor to the king. I, Miralda, shall show you no mercy.
And you see she does far less damage. She still can kill you if you're not careful, and you don't use grass, and you heal with spice. Oh, was I trying to parry with the wrong sword again? There we go. Yeah, and she laughs when you attack her. And she can be bled and poisoned. I think she's laughing because she's taking damage.
Traitor to the king.
Foolish traitor to the king. So she stayed loyal to the king. even after he went demonic. And in fact, she probably felt more at home when Boletaria was in this state. And she drops... Actually, we want to pick this up because this... Well, in the original game, this was a female-only set. But she drops the Binded Cross set, and this was another set that was open for a debate, but I forget the name of this. Yeah, so let's 精镶十字铠, which means like finely woven or inlaid cross. 誓词, that the second two character, or the third and fourth character there is 誓词, which it means 10 character. That basically means cross, and it's bound or tightly woven. And people I remember there was people who thought that it was a mistranslation because in Japanese there's no R sound, so they thought it should be binded cloth. But there's crosses out here. There's it's an execution ground. And the Chinese confirms that it's cross. And my friend who speaks Japanese said that it's kind of ambiguous, but he said it would make more sense that it was cross, and the fact that the Chinese translation also is cross, and it's based on the Japanese translation. Yeah, this is the Binded Cross set. Not gonna be using it on on Chang'e, but it could be a set that you may want on certain characters that you make. And killing Miralda there will actually shift the world tendency 3 steps down back to neutral. And as you noticed, it didn't change my character tendency. So we'll go back. And that's pretty much the only white world tendency event there is killing Miralda. I guess the dragons leave their nests, but they already have left their nests anyways at that point. And I think once you kill the Penetrator, then Ostrava will be gone.
Do you intend to challenge the king? You may be a great demon hunter, but I fear you may not be ready. The king's defended by the black souls of mighty knights and a fire-breathing drake. They defeated even myself. That's how I ended up in the dungeon. Beware the limits of your own power.
Yeah, and that's, I think, the final dialogue that Biorr will give us. But that's all we have time for in this episode, guys. I hope you did enjoy. We've done everything now but the last boss of Boletaria, King Alance. So I do hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a thumbs up. Subscribe if you have not already. And I will see all of you next time on Chang'e's journey through Boletaria. Umbasa.